Okay, welcome back. Here we go. We're now going to move down. We did the upper, we did the graveyard. We got the winged spear, we got the spirits in there, we got this round shield and everything. We're going to head down into the lower part of the world. First thing we're going to try to get the item to upgrade our Estus Flask with this lady right here. From there, we'll head out and do a few other things. This part should probably take about, I don't know, about 15 minutes, and we should actually get into playing the game itself and killing things before the end of this little episode here. So down we go. This was another area I went to early on in my first playthrough when I didn't know any better. And this is something I hope they do improve a little bit with Dark Souls 2. I like how it's open, and if you know what you're doing, you can go to all these places. Give new players, though, a little bit of direction. Don't go full-blown tutorial. Please don't make me follow some NPC around as you explain things to me. But give me something, you know, give me a little bit of direction saying, like, even just a map that says, this area here is probably where you want to start off with early on. And then once you learn the game, you can go other ways. That would be great. So, if I remember... Come on, crash through there. Transient curse. Alright, another death run here. We'll see if we can get out. About 50-50 chance we can Hearthway. So there's going to be these wraiths, I guess they are. Spirits of some sort with long scythes come up out of the water and try to kill us. And if you walk off certain areas, you also die. But if we can get the item, it is well worth it. It'll basically double the effectiveness of our healing flask. That's what we're going to have. Hearth. Away! There we go. So, I got the, what was it? Let me double check what it's called, just so we know. The Firekeeper Soul. I think there's 5 of them. Whatever, Firekeeper Souls, you can increase how many, it gives you more of these potions. So, let me actually come back here to see that little item that changed. Right now I have 10 Estus Flasks. If I reinforce it, it's now Estus Flask plus 1. You can also later on, I think it'll go to Estus Flask plus 5. You can also get 15 or 20 of them to the max amount, and that's basically your only healing item inside the game. The only consumable in combat healing item that I know of. There are some other ones that remove poison or whatever, but it's your basic health potion. Having a plus 1 now before we even start off into the actual guts of the game are very, very good. And within probably the next episode, that'll be up to Estus Flask plus 2. So now we're going to go back down, and we're going to use that key I have to open up the back door into... Man, why can I not remember the name of that place? I should probably do some research before I head into these things, but I wanted to play, so here I am playing. Underbog, Undercity, someplace. Not Undercity, that's World of Warcraft. Maybe it's Undercity, I don't know. I think it's Underbog. This back here. Not the Valley of the Drakes. Valley of the Drakes is not really a valley. It's, well, I guess it's a valley. But it's not really a zone. There's 5 things here. But we are going to run down here and get killed by this dragon, most likely. The big, poisonous, bad dragon. Who maybe will escape, probably not, but we have no souls to lose. Very, very quiet. First get the Proud Knight's soul. So if you look down there, there's some more dragons. The actual drakes. This guy is just, he's supposed to be dead. He's not dead. Run away! Did I roll it? Holy crap. Oh, I almost made it. I avoided the first attack. It took me too long to get oriented afterwards. That's actually the shield we're probably going to use for a while here. Let's go back in here. Dragon Crest shield. Can we even use it? I should have checked that. Yes, we can. So this, compared to that, it actually has less physical reduction, but it's greater magic, greater lightning, better weight and everything. weight, I'll explain this once we start putting gear on. There are things about the weight that we want to worry about. It basically has to do with how much rolling you can do, how much running you can do, how your stamina bar works. And there's 3 different things. If you're, or I guess 4. If you're less than 25%, if you're less than 50%, less than 70, and then over, based on it. So if you're over 75% of your endurance for weight, then you're very slow. You better be wearing extremely heavy armor. I personally try to stay under 50%. Some people go under 25 and they just run around and go nuts. I find it really tough to have that low of an armor score. So I normally try to be about 50% or so of my endurance in weight. So, but first we have to have some clothes to put on because we're running around in a loincloth and a metal helm. And we do look awesome. Alright, so we're going back in here, but not down into the Valley of the Drakes this time. We're going to cut across the bridge and keep going into... Oh, I cannot remember the name. Oops, forgot to loot that guy. We'll also get into those souls there in a minute. Hopefully we can do this in one try. This might be an area where I cut in and time-lapse, because this could take a few deaths. Alright, here we go. Where's the big dudes? Basically everything in this area is going to one-shot me. Run, 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 run. Okay. Run, 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 run. No, don't swing, don't swing. There you go. Blight Town, that's what it is. I knew what that was called. Where did I get Underbog from? I think that's well also. Down. So we're trying to, if I can remember where it is. We're going down this. This is the back entrance into Blight Town. Normally this is how you come out after you kill the fire spider lady thing. But we're going to go in the back way and across this little area, and there is a chest we're after. Oh no, he lived. That's not good. We do this without falling. I always fall off this area. Come on, dudes. Right now we're poisoned, we're toxic. Oh, we're gonna make it though. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We got our Estus flasks ready. Here we go. We want to loot this. That's what we want. We want to open this. Come on. We're gonna... Nope, nope. Estus flask. And then Homeward Bone. And we made it our first try. That's rare. It normally takes me 3 or 4 tries. Now if we rest here real quick. There we go. Okay. So, let's look at the goodies we just got. We got Mask of the Sealer. Compare the stats. Completely upgraded except for poise. A bunch of physical. The mask is pretty good. We got the robes. We got the gloves. These gloves are pretty awesome throughout the game. Especially if you upgrade them. And the robe. So if I hit, what is it, this button here, Y, what am I looking for? My equip load, right here. So we have a maximum equip load of 52, so we want to be below 26.5, right? That's half of 52, right? So, yeah, 26, half of, we want to be below 26. We're at 16.7, so we're doing pretty good there. But that's mainly what we're going to keep track of. Now, as we increase our stamina, this number will go up. There's also items that allow that number to go up also. So there we go. We have a really good starting armor set. We're all clad in red and everything. Next thing we're going to do is we picked up a bunch of souls while we were going through there. We're going to consume all those souls. It'll give us enough points in order to use the wing spear. So I'm just going to assign them to my hotkeys here so I can get through them pretty quick. These are the ones that I have more than one of. That's it? Okay, just those. I thought I had more. I did just consume one. Alright. There's 1,000. This should be like 3,000. Yep. Any. Okay, Loose Humanity, Humanity Binocular, Somewhere Bone. These will hold on to later. Oh, so these Lloyd's Talismans, they're more of a PvP item. If you're beating up on someone, you don't want to use an Estus Flash, you throw that out. These are weak versions of the fire bombs we could have taken early on. This is what banishes Phantom. Oh, okay, so the white one banishes, like I said, we can summon in friendly allies to assist us. This will send them back, or send yourself back, or we can send back invaders. That's what the red one says, so right there. Alright, so there we go. We now have 5,900 souls. Let's do one quick check. We want to get the winged spear working. Oops, that's fine. I want to see it. So 13 strength, 15 dexterity. Let's do some leveling up. Strength. 13 strength, dexterity, 13, 14, 15. Perfect. And we're on level 14. Here we go. Now the reason I like spears, A, they're quick, B, they can also be used while you're blocking. You don't have to lower your shield down in order to attack. If we go back to, say, our mace, our Morning Star, opens himself wide up while he's attacking. So, the Winged Spear does pretty good on giving you... Oops, allows you to stay in cover a good bit longer. It's also got a good attack. This thing, when it's upgraded quite a bit, it becomes very devastating. Alright, so, now we get to start playing the game. First thing we're going to do is, we're going to head up this way. Need to go clear the tower. Kill the gargoyles. I guess, well, before that we gotta fight that troll thingy on the bridge. The Efreet-looking guy. Come here. Come on. Hey. Now onto that. Give me your shield. No, I wouldn't use it. Give it to me anyway. Another one. Yeah, one more. Come on. Come on. Come on. And down you go. Alright, how do I... Gotta remember. Jump is double run while running? Yeah. They could have done a little bit better with the controls. Especially the kick and the jump. I don't know why they're so hard to pull off on the controls. Here, gonna go, don't fall. Not when I have 1,500 souls, it's like another level almost. Get a ring of sacrifice. Okay. Ah! Oh well, I knew that was gonna happen. Jumped too early, but my spirit should be up at the top there. I should be able to recover that, I think. As long as I make the jump again. I got cocky. Oh, it's right there. Come on. Yeah, through the fireball. Didn't hurt you. Clear the guy up here, because otherwise he'll be bombing me the entire time. And I can get very old very quick. So I ran out of stamina there. That's what happened. And so when he hit me, although my shield still blocked, looks like all of it, it staggered me. Alright, let's go back and get those souls. It's worth trying for 1,500 souls. do. Come on, come on. Could use a homeward bone. I don't ever really use those. And if need be, I can always buy more, I think. There we go. I think we're going to try and get the Uchigatana before this episode's up. It's one of my favorite weapons. It's just very, very quick. It's a samurai sword, basically. Rat. If you need humanities, we haven't gotten any humanities yet. We will at the first bonfire. Those rats are good for humanities. Farming one of them, like right there, is not a very good idea. But there's a better location up here in a little bit where there's a bunch of those rats you can farm. But basically they have a really high drop rate. I don't know what it is, probably about 20% or so. Oh, hey. None of that now. Come here. Come on. Spear to the chest. Few items down here we want to get. Nothing overly important, but it's worth getting while we're here. I love that with the soul sound. That was not at all what the soul sound sounded like. But you've heard it. That little, I don't know, it's like a little bell that goes off as you collect the souls. I love it. It's like candy. I see your hands, and I say goodbye. I think that is it here. No, there's one more up at the end here, right? Yeah. Some things they don't tell you in the game, unless you get the manual, but you don't get the manual with the digital PC version. When you're on the ladder, if you want to go down the ladder, very quick, get on it, and without pressing anything, don't press down or anything, just hold B, you'll slide down the ladder very quickly. If you try to hold down on your joystick and then hold B, you won't do anything. So make sure you let go of everything else first and then hold B. Something that took me a long time to really understand. The backstab move you see me do every once in a while where you get behind them and you run them through. You gotta make sure you have no shield up at that time. So hold your shield, circle behind them. Once you're behind them, let go of the shield button, the left button, and don't hit your attack until your shield is dropped. If you're holding your shield up, he'll just attack like... See if I can demonstrate that. There should be a guy at the other end of this bridge. Once we see a dragon. Hello, Mr. Dragon. Goodbye, Mr. Dragon. Come on. So if I hold the shield up and attack, it does nothing. Now if I drop the shield, it turned fast enough that I missed it. Make a liar out of me, will you? Come on. Try and demonstrate on this guy. Come on. It's hard to do on a narrow bridge. There we go. See, I had to drop the shield first before it worked. If you can pull that off on a regular basis, it really makes the game a lot easier. Mainly because you're actually immune to incoming attacks while you're casting it. Now, as soon as you're done casting, you gotta get your shield defense back up. But during that 2 seconds or whatever, see that arrow went right through me. It's very helpful in that way. Use my key. There's another wooden shield. Okay. So, now we can go into humanity. What is humanity? Right now we don't have any. So you see the double zero to the left of the health bar? That is your humanity. If you do well, you kill a lot of mobs without dying, you will gain humanity just throughout the game as you go through it. Had we managed to not jump off the bridge, or I, on the way back, I probably would have gained one coming up here. Normally by the time I clear from the beginning to here, I have 1 humanity. Right now I do not, though. However, we have a consumable we can use right here. Now the first one, if you remember, we're all, let me try to take my hat off. We're all burned and shriveled looking and everything. First thing we want, because of where we're at, we want 2 humanities, and I'll explain why. So I'm going to use this item. See, now we have 1. Use it again. Now we have 2. Later on in the game, you will actually find double humanities, which will give you 2 outright. Very useful. But right now we don't have that. The reason I use 2 is here is a bonfire. And remember, we have 10 Estus flasks. Let me use a bunch of these. We'll get down to 4. So you can see this bonfire isn't actually glowing like the other one was. If we sit down at it and then leave, we only have 5 Estus flasks. It didn't restore us all the way back to full. First thing what we got to do is we got to kindle the fire. So if we click here, we'll see there is a kindle the fire. The reason I did 2 though is the first thing, you cannot kindle the fire while hollowed. So first thing we want to do is we want to reverse hollowing on our guy. And that's going to take 1 humanity. There we go. Now you can see his face is all changed. He's actually humanoid looking again. He's got his skin back. So when you're in this form, this is when, before they took games for Windows Live down, this is where other players could then invade your world. If you were, what's the word I'm looking for? Reversed hollowing, so not hollowed, people could invade your world. As long as you were hollowed, they could not do it. The other things, though, happen though when you're like this. It allows you to summon players. You can't summon players while you're hollowed, but we can also now kindle this fire. So we're going to offer our second humanity, kindle the fire, and you're going to see the fire is going to get bigger. If I remember right. The flame on it's bigger. Now when we leave, you can see we have our 10 Estus flasks. So basically every bonfire we come across, not every, but most of them, the ones that we're going to stay at more than once, we want to reverse hollowing and kindle the fire there. This is going to be one we visit quite a bit, so it's the first one we're going to do. Alright, now all the bombs are back. And I didn't put my helmet back on. So let's kill this guy, come on. Come on. Come here. Come here. Put our helmet back on. There we go. Our mask. Now we're looking pimping again. It's down here. So, what we'll do before we finish this episode is we'll get the Uchigatana, one of my favorite weapons. I gotta admit, I was turned on to this weapon from other people, and they're right. Early on, its damage is average, but it's got several nice features. Mainly, it has a very fast attack, and the other thing is, so its heavy attack, what would be the right trigger instead of the right bumper, goes almost straight out, which is rare for a sword. Makes it very helpful for narrow corridors, since you're not swinging it around. With a lot of the bigger swords, you'll run into issues on the narrower corridors, whereas you try to swing, you end up hitting the wall. And that can be very dangerous, depending on your enemies. And it honestly, it seems like the game developers designed a lot of the hallways where the mobs, the way the walls are, your right hand is always against the wall where theirs isn't. Because they'll be, you know, their arm will be on the outside while yours is on the inside. Come on. Okay. Come on. Alright. Here's our little vendor guy.
Well now, you seem to have your wits about you, hmm? Then you are a welcome customer. I trade for souls. Everything's for sale.
So, a few items we want to get off this guy before we kill him. He's the one that drops the Uchigatana. Let's see here. Trying to remember what all I want to get. We want to get the residence key. So this is 1,000. I like the repair box, but we can get it later. I also like the bottomless box, but we can get those also later without too much trouble. Mainly what I want to get is I want to get the crossbow. Where is it? Or is it just the bow? I already have a short bow. Crossbow's up ahead, isn't it? Arrows, then. Basically, we need this in order to get the dragon tail sword in a little bit. I want about 50 arrows, too. Okay. So we got arrows, that... I'm not worried about the chainmail. He only has the short bow, which I already have a short bow. Don't I? Better make sure before I screw up. Yeah. Stop talking. Short bow. Yeah, we have a short bow. So we can use that. We want the crossbow. Is it bolts we want? Better go get it. It's right down here. Before I screw up, let's go get the right item. Do. A little trick, if you ever want to pop any of those barrels, because sometimes there are things in those barrels. I'm sure I've already missed some stuff. Roll through them rather than attacking them. It'll save you a little bit of durability, which is a little bit of souls. Not a lot, but a little bit. So we're actually overlooking, down there is where the bomb guy was, and there's where we went off the edge. We're actually overlooking that. We're going to go into this upper window here. We're going to try to, at least, on the first try. And we're going to fail. We're gonna fail miserably. Missed it by that much. Oh, was out of stamina. Come on. Quick run. I think everything should be dead, though, between us and them. I'm not sure if it's going to come through on the recording, but man, the screen tearing, that's something else. Especially considering this is only running at 60 frames a second. It really should be running at about 120, but it's capped. I wonder if there's a fix for that. I'm going to have to look at that. If I could get this running at 120 frames per second, I should clear out that screen tearing. You guys wouldn't notice on YouTube, but I'd notice, and that's what matters. Oh, come on. What the heck? Why am I not making that jump? Alright, time for some time lapse. We'll be back once we get up there. There we go. Now we made it. Alright, so there we go. We made it. I'm going to come back up here. We're going to do this last little bit, and then we'll call it a video. So this guy's the crossbow. He has 16 standard bolts. I'm going to increase that to 50 bolts. I can't remember which one I used for getting the dragon tail. One of them can be aimed freely, the other one can't. At least not that I ever figured out. So I'm going to go get another 35 bolts or so from this guy. And then we'll kill him. Get the Uchigatana, call it a video. Down here. Do.
Oh, you... I hope you...
Yes, be quiet. Give me some ammo. Bolts. Wooden bolt. 35. Okay.
Oh,
Now,
thank you.
we're
Very
gonna kill
much. Come back soon.
he's not all that challenging, but if you're not ready for him, he can kill you. He's got a pretty good attack, but it's pretty predictable, and you can open up on him real tough.
Gone
Good
mad,
heavy
have
hit
you?
there.
I'll teach you, you
That's
lousy
Uchigatana.
rat.
He's actually easy.
Yulia!
Now, if he hits you with it, you're going to feel it at this level. But he's pretty slow, easily blockable. Just circle straight from him.
Why me?
And it's dead.
Yulia.
Get a humanity, an orange soapstone, and the Uchigatana. So let's take a quick look at that. And we'll compare the stats. Where is it? Right there. So you can see it's got 90 physical damage, minus 43 compared to the wing spear right now. Its stability is higher though. It requires 1 more strength. It also has, let's see, that ox effect. It's going to cause, I forget what is that. Slow, I think. It'll slow him. But what it does do is it's based off very well. It's based off of dexterity. So if you see down here, the parameter bonus. Basically, what that's saying is its damage scales off dexterity. The open hand is B. So it has a B scaling on dexterity. I believe that goes A through dash. A, B, C, D, dash, I believe. The higher the letter, the better the scaling. So if it was an A for dexterity, every point in dexterity would give it so much more damage. Since it's a B, it gets a little bit less, but still a pretty good gain in it. Now, right now, it's not all that great looking, but once we start upgrading that sword, it really does well. Let's look at the stats here. So this is 86 plus 15. This is an E for strength and a C for dexterity. But I still kind of prefer Uchigatana. Oh, I don't have the strength for it. Run back real quick, because we want to get back to the bonfire anyway. We're not going that way. Let's go ahead. Do we have enough? Maybe. Oh, yeah, 1 more strength. That should be enough now. Yeah. So, it's got a very quick attack. You can get somebody with their guard down, and you can really take them down. And here I'm saying the heavy attack is also kind of a spear lunge, so it's great for both situations. But there we go. So now we have the Uchigatana. We're set up to continue on to the rest of the world. We're going to go ahead and call it quits there, and we'll be back next time. This has been Powder. Thanks for watching.